Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay, let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your monthly reading for January 2025. I can't believe I'm saying that, but here we are. Happy New Year, beautiful souls. We made it to 2025, which will be, of course, one of the biggest years of our lives to date. We can all feel globally it will be a bit of a bumpy road ahead, but there are many incredible opportunities available to you personally, and January is just the start of so much potential. We've officially moved into Capricorn season, so you may feel the influence of that black new moon in Capricorn and find yourself already ushering in changes that you'd like to see before 2025 has even started. But this energy, it allows you the chance to make wishes that align with your higher purpose, and it connects you to that vibration for the year ahead. Now, Capricorn season, it affects us all, and it catapults new energy into your plans. Your ambition increases to commit to changes and stay on course with any new intentions. It connects you to the pulse of the universe to kickstart any plans into motion. Now, this is literally the blueprint for you to draw on for the year ahead. And this year, things hit a little bit different. We are moving into planetary alignments that we've not witnessed for hundreds of years. So whilst January offers you the potent energy to launch a brand new year, a brand new you, brand new ideas and projects, you are literally throwing away the handbook and freewheeling through the energy this year. A new era really does begin, which of course is exciting, daunting, and completely liberating. A blank canvas means anything is possible, but not without a plan, because Capricorn season, it really encourages you to be organized, productive, and serious about what it is that you want to achieve in all areas of your life. Now, you may feel a little stricter with yourself this month. It's no accident that making intentions on New Year's Eve for the year ahead falls in Capricorn season. It literally offers you the tenacity and focus for your mission ahead so that you can achieve your goals. Now, what are you aspiring to accomplish for the year ahead? Breathe, you've got this. The energy actually supports you this year, and anything you dedicate yourself to, Capricorn season will help amplify the opportunities and the rewards. Capricorn season wouldn't have it any other way. It grounds you in a secure foundation, and it primes you for what is to come, arming you with the focus, the energy to attract more opportunities, achieve your deepest desires, draw in more wealth, and value yourself in empowering ways never felt before. How would you like to receive? We got the 10 of Pentacles there. We've got the 8 of Wands. A lot of you beautiful Virgos focus on your finances, on your home, on your family, you know, very grounded there. But the energy that's swirling around you actually helps you dedicate yourself, and you shall see major rewards in specific areas that you are focused on in your life. Now, Mars is still retrograding until late February, so you may also revisit situations internally that have left you with a little bit of unresolved anger. But the Capricornian influence asks you, can you channel this excess energy into healthy pursuits to conquer your dreams? Mercury also transits through this season, offering you the opportunity to effectively communicate your needs and have them met, but also tackle and resolve any lingering issues. You know, this is a period where basically you are deeply connected to focusing on your budgets. You know, this season is all about finances, so stricter budgeting practices to correct any excess spending from last season or getting things in order for tax time is also strongly starred this month too. This is a month for practicality. The energy shifts from the 20th, where you will harness more independence and embrace individuality, adding creative flair, new ideas, or even tools, especially electronic ones, to add an advantage to any plans that you already have in motion. Now, in terms of world events, please fast forward if you don't want to hear this part. We have a lot of volatile energy influencing situations, and as Mars is currently retrograding, you wouldn't believe it, but it really is, it's keeping a lid on things, simmering things until reaching boiling point when it goes direct at the end of February. But that's February, let's focus on January for now. Trade issues will be a hot topic from the beginning of January, really, right throughout the year, affecting economic stability. Global financial projections will waver as country alliances shift throughout the year. It's a 9-year in numerology, which is a big year for cycles ending. And as I mentioned, the outer planets are shifting in ways that we've not really witnessed, especially in recorded history. Hundreds of years, certain planets have made certain transitions, but some of the outer planets, they are literally doing things that we've never documented before. So this is a year where everything shifts and changes, and that will affect humanity and society as well. Now, of course, the 20th will bring more focus on society. So, the voice of the people, it will be heard as Saturn tries to implement stricter rules. 6 planets align on the 21st of January, triggering lines to be crossed as countries try to exert their sovereignty. The 29th of January kickstarts the year of the wood snake in Chinese astrology as well. And I don't know too much about that, but I do feel the energy it lends itself to, because this is a year for self-sufficiency and flexibility, for change in old structures really is afoot, okay? Now, this is also where many secrets or hidden deceptions come to light, a rolling theme for 2025, and also a well-known leader may actually leave the physical world this month, maybe even 2, as we start to unpick the legacy they leave. And of course, we will see more seismic eruptions, especially from volcanic activity, and it could be big activity this year as well. But January, there's going to be a few rumbles there. Now, yes, there is a lot of volatile energy about, but on a personal level, as we leave January, luck is in the air, amplifying your vision and reinforcing January as the best springboard to launch your new year ahead from. And looking at your cards, you have a lot of wonderful things happening for you in January, my beautiful Virgo. Your first card there is the Star. So some of you, I feel like you have been very challenged in 2024, and you may have even had a test of faith, but you may feel your hope returning this year. And I feel January is a very inspiring month for you, very creative. I feel like you're clear on your vision. I feel like you're being very strict with yourself, very productive, and I feel like you're serious about investing in yourself and in your goals. Now, of course, the Star energy indicates you're matching your soul song with whatever it is that you wish for, which is actually really exciting because your 11th house is governing you at the beginning of the month, and that's literally about your hopes and wishes. So your manifestation skills are going to be stronger than usual. Set an intention and watch the universe deliver people, opportunities, and doors opening up for you. Now, some of you may feel a little bit more sociable than usual as you come into January, have a desire to really connect to social circles or even groups of people where you want to be more creative, hobbies, or, for some of you, it may be hit the gym, be a little bit more physical. But it could also be that you are putting yourself in a course of learning, or maybe booking some sort of hobby or course to increase or hone your skills in some way. And I feel it's more for your benefit to feel emotionally fulfilled rather than just upskilling for career. But also, I feel if some of you are thinking about setting up an online business and you're launching something in the month of January, I feel luck is on your side. But more than that, I feel like your hard work and investment is going to see it rise and become something that is truly a force to be reckoned with. I see a lot of success around you here as well there, okay? Now, of course, the Star energy indicates that you are focusing on your own self-care needs as well. So some of you could have been healing, especially since we've got a Four of Swords there. Some of you may have gone through something really challenging as you left the year, and you may have withdrawn into self to deeply think about your family, your nearest and dearest, your soul tribe members, and what's really important to you as you start to almost like dissect where you've been and now plan and strategize where you want to go in the next steps of your life. It's not just about career. It's not just about, your neighborhood. It's about your journey. And I feel a lot of you're pretty exhausted, but I feel like you're recharging batteries. Some of you may be just coming back from a vacation or even like a quick little bit of time off, and you may be planning a larger vacation for later on. I definitely see that happening. Some of you are going overseas or going to warmer climates during this time in order to really have some time alone and nourish yourself in different ways. And some of you may also feel like you haven't had a proper vacation in a long time because you've been dedicating yourself to something. And 2025 in general, I feel there's a lot more spontaneity. I feel there's an energy here of you sort of just booking something because it feels good. So I feel you're honoring your own needs. And I'm also being given this energy of a new chapter requires a new version of you. Okay, so 2025 is this new chapter for you, so I feel like you are shining your light, allowing yourself to be seen, promoting yourself if you're in an industry where, you're very creative, your work gets seen or you get seen, but also this is about you going where you feel appreciated. People may have shown their true colors to you in last year, and I feel a lot of you are really sticking to higher boundaries and saying enough is enough. You're not going back on something is what I see there. It's like forward only, and I feel this is a time where, this means that body, mind, and soul, you're creating a more peaceful environment and eradicating drama or toxicity. Now, of course, the star energy indicates there is a bright future ahead of you. So 2025 is going to be a really positive one. And I feel a lot of you are kind of excited or maybe a little bit more hopeful than usual, but also you're very grounded because we've got the Eight of Cups there and we've got the Four of Swords along with, I've got to just put all the cards in the upright. We've got the Knight of Swords there as well. So this can indicate that, of course, you are in the flow of action, but you're wondering how is 2025 going to be any different? Because I do feel with that Ten of Pentacles, it's a slower energy as you move into, 2025 itself. So the beginning of January is actually going to be a slow pace or a slower pace than your usual. It's not a sleepy pace. I want you to be aware of that. It could be that, if you are in a career, for example, there could be more people off than usual. It feels like a skeleton service. For some of you, it could be that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders or extra work on your shoulders because maybe you're holding the fort in some area of your career if you are in a career there. But I feel this gives you a lot of time to actually be inspired, think of new ideas and any ideas that come to you, because I feel like you formulated a plan already and you're sticking to that blueprint, and I feel like you're going to be very productive and you're going to be very goal oriented. You're going to hit a lot of targets in January and you're going to be really proud of yourself even when you leave January itself. Now, of course, the star energy can indicate as well that you're detoxifying, because this is a healing card, which means you're paying close attention to, hydrating yourself, cutting out anything that's toxic or anything that you've been addicted to, maybe even breaking old habits and patterns. This is a release card, which means that you're choosing healthier options, and I feel like you're sticking to a plan. So you may be making intentions as you start the year. Some of you, that Eight of Wands there is to be more physical in your January month. For some of you, you could be cutting something out that perhaps has been lingering in your energetic sphere that you've been addicted to, or it's been hard to cut it out. Could be a substance, could be something that's not particularly negative, but it could be something you're giving up for January, for example, because the Eight of Cups is like, it's not really fulfilling you anymore. And you're going, okay, you know what? I'm ready to give that up now. So some of you are like going to be very strict with yourself when it comes to your intention, and you're going to remain on course there. Now, of course, this card indicates that you are identifying with clarity what it is you need to do next. So you're very focused on your ideas. I feel like you are very focused on your plans. The star energy indicates that you're more focused on your hopes, dreams, and wishes of what you want for the year ahead. And there's so much potential for you to turn those ideas into something real, into something tangible. So you may be like removing a lot of energy blocks in January. You know, you're having a little bit more vitality, you're a little bit more recharged, but also I feel like you're leaving the past behind, and I feel some of you are embracing new concepts. And what I mean by that is, you know, new ways of making money, because of course you have the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you may even be decluttering your home space, or maybe reorganizing, because of course this 10 of Pentacles is the home space. So a lot of you are making your home your sanctuary. You may actually decide to suddenly paint a room a different color or move things around a little bit. It really feels like a fresh new start, but also a fresh new environment. And some of you may actually be moving. Okay, because we have the home energy here and we have that Knight of Swords. So some of you could literally be moving to a new neighborhood. Wherever it is, you're going to love it. King of Cups indicates you're following your heart and you're going to feel completely fulfilled. Now, of course, a lot of you have hopes, dreams, and wishes, but also you have the practical side, because your 11th house is governing you at the beginning of the month and your 6th house takes over. Now, when the 6th house takes over, that's really about daily routines, schedules, and focusing on either work if you're in a career, or paying bills, saving plans, budgets, repayment plans, basically your responsibilities, duties, and tasks. So it could be that you're focused on a pension plan, or you're looking at your finances, your acquisitions, and attracting more money, feeling secure. Okay, now this house, it can feel a little bit dull, like nothing is happening, almost like, you know, you are wishing for something major to be different and new, but reality hits with a bump, like, oh, okay, you know, I still have things to pay for, I still have to focus on debt if you're in debt, or savings if you're in the savings era as well. So I feel a lot of you are attracting more money, but also this is about being realistic, and it's important to keep your life running smoothly. So of course you have to balance the two, which keeps life running as it should. So I do feel with that 10 of Pentacles, you are going to be creating a strict budget, or you're spotlighting your money at this time and your home space, evaluating where you want to take life to next. You know, this is a card of wealth and knowledge. So this is also about you being inspired and using your knowledge in order to either increase your stability or purchase a home, for example, for some of you, or this could be, you know, you looking at, you know, family and friends, spending time with the people you really care about, but also finding the balance between having some time alone so that you can really nurture yourself or nourish yourself with either a good book or some time in nature, or just really doing things for you, because I feel like you are really ambitious this month about a project, and things really pick up pace as you start to leave January as well. Now with that 10 of Pentacles, because my guides won't allow me to leave it, I feel this is about, you know, you and your security, but also your traditions, and it can indicate that you are looking at pooling your finances with your family, or perhaps some of you are in a family business and you are, you know, almost like putting a trajectory out there of what you plan for the future. If you are in a career where you want to be your own boss, or you're about to be your own boss, or you're already your own boss, I feel things pick up pace and really take off, and you're going to love how things work out for you in 2025, especially financially. But I feel you're setting new goals for yourself, and I feel you're literally leaving 2024 behind, because I feel it was a bit of a wishy-washy year. I feel you did accomplish a lot. You should be really proud of yourself, but the best is yet to come with the energy that I can see for you. Now, of course, the Four of Swords is a card of allowing your mind to really focus on what it is you need. And of course, the Four of Swords is to take care of yourself. So I feel a lot of you are prioritizing your own needs at this time and really sticking to boundaries, especially when it comes to family and friends who may have overstepped a mark. You may have had some sort of conflict or just minor kind of like crankiness there. And I feel there is an energy of healing, some sort of conversation with that person in order to move on from it, because I feel there's no stagnation in this. It feels like, both parties kind of get over it, but there must be a boundary where both parties understand each other and say, actually, this can't happen again. Enough is enough. You have to respect my way of living, but also I have to respect yours. There's an energy of let bygones be bygones there as well. So a healing conversation, I would say, in the 3rd week of January there. But we also have that 4 swords, which can indicate that some of you are already planning like a retreat or some sort of vacation, or, I feel this is an energy of protecting your inner peace and praying for something that the universe will deliver, okay? Because the 4 swords can be that you're very cerebral. You're thinking about your plans, you don't want any distractions, and you are really fully investing in something that perhaps you didn't have time to do in 2024, because I feel like you were really rushed off your feet in many different areas. And for some of you, it could be that you wanted to move. You've been looking for property, for example, but you never found the right one, or it wasn't the right time. For some of you, it could be that you're trying to leave a position, that you're in a career and you want to get more money. So it could be that you're actually going to hear from a new role. If you're currently out of work and you've been a little bit nervous or worried, because of course the Wheel of Fortune was in the resistance position, and it will go into the upright for you, which means your fortune changes. And I feel there's a really fast-paced opportunity coming your way. It requires your communication skills, but also your knowledge, your wisdom. Very goal-oriented. I feel like you're going to hit targets. I also feel that you will staircase in this role quite quickly. So if you are looking for one, I feel it's almost like the first couple of weeks in January, it's a little bit quiet. Got to be honest with you, that's what I'm feeling there. Then things start to pick up pace round about the end of the 2nd into the 3rd week. The pace is quicker, news comes in. It's almost like people are being activated. They're back in the room when it comes to 2025 and living life and being in business, for example. So I feel there is some communication coming in, and there's strong promotion vibes here. So, if you are looking for an opportunity, I feel like you get one that was better than your last one. It feels like there's more status. I feel like you're going to love what you do. And for some of you, there could even be this energy of partnership. So if you're becoming an entrepreneur, it could be a family business, as I mentioned, or it could be that you and a person work really well together, and they may actually talk to you and say, hey, I've got this business idea. Do you want to get on board? This could also be you asking someone else. And I'm just getting this strong energy coming through, where it's like this year you're taking center stage in your life. You are all about the journey this year, and you're not going to be playing a support character in your life at all. And I don't feel like you have been, but I feel you are taking more center stage this year. If you're already in a career, I feel that there could be some news that was delayed from last year, okay? And I feel this is someone leaving. So you may hear that someone has changed their direction, or they're leaving a position, and it opens up opportunities for other people. There's a reshuffle going on here, and I feel that there is an opportunity that's offered to you that requires your communication skills for sure. And I feel it's an offer you're going to love. It brings in more finances, and it really sets you on a path to more money. So if you have been hoping for more money, I definitely see more opportunity for you. But it is a fast-paced environment. You're going to love it. It's very spontaneous. It's very like nothing is exactly the same every day. So I really feel like you're going to embrace it with both hands. Now, of course, if you're retired, I feel some of you, there is an energy here of being abroad, or, looking at where you feel like you belong, because the 8 of Cups, it's like you going on a journey, and some of you are actually going on like a long journey. It's impromptu, so it may be something that you only thought about in the last couple of weeks, like, okay, let's do this. I feel that you're going to love it, and I feel there's an energy of being in nature or discovering new places. And I also see this energy of you not just nourishing yourself in a different way, but really loving your time, especially, in terms of retirement. I feel like you may actually strike up conversations with some people on the way, and there may be a commonality there as well, where you join some sort of communal group and you become firm friends. It's like people coming together and just, inviting each other out to go to different experiences, and there's a real camaraderie coming together. For some of you, it feels like a lifeline. Okay, that's what I'm picking up there. And it may be very creative, or it's a creative conversation that gets the whole sort of ball rolling, as it were, in you joining this group. And of course, that can connect to everybody, not just if you're retired, but I'm feeling strong retirement vibes here as well. Some of you may be just thinking about retirement. Some of you may have literally just looked up retirement age and when you can, take out your pension, for example, because I'm getting strong energy like that right now. And you're like counting the years or the time until you can access a pension pot. So maybe I'm picking up on that energy there as well. But this card can indicate, especially since it's in the resistance position, the beginning of the month, it doesn't feel like you're changing lanes too much. I feel like you're very thoughtful about something. And as you start to move out of January, I feel a lot of you are thinking about an alternative path. There's definitely good luck here for you. I feel like your fortune is changing. And some of you, this could be a win coming in. If you're entering a competition, for example, or if you are, I don't want to say playing the lottery because, that's so kind of like rare. But I mean, some of you could have a windfall, especially if you are in like some sort of syndicate or a pool of people. Maybe you put into a pot in order to enter a financial competition. I feel there's a strong opportunity here for you to win something. And it may not be the whole lot, but I definitely see that you could get a piece of it. That's what I'm seeing. My guides are giving me a piece of the pie, a piece of the pie. So I'm not saying go out there and play the lottery, not at all. But I feel if you're entering into arenas where there's competitions or competitive energy, whether it's in career, whether it's, something to win a prize, I feel there's a strong potential here for you to definitely be taken seriously as a contender and actually have some sort of reward from it as well. Now, of course, this card can indicate that you are highly aware that life is changeable and you're being very adaptable to change. And of course, 2025 is going to be a massive year for change for all of us. And I feel like you already preempt that. So you're in a really secure position. I feel a lot of you are kind of like trying to shake things up a little bit. So it's a little bit more exciting. Your goals are still the same. You've got two very goal-oriented cards. I feel like you're going to be very productive. You're going to be very organized, but also I feel like you are approaching things in a different way. Again, it comes back to this like new chapter, new you, new version of you there. And I feel like you may be a little bit more flamboyant. Some of you may actually change the style that you have. That could be in clothes, for example. It could be that you're adding more color to your clothes, or it could be that you are changing a style if you're an artist or a musician. It can be that you're kind of like exploring things at this time, and it's very exciting there too. Now, of course, the Wheel of Fortune does indicate that prosperity is coming your way, but it can be easy come and easy go. So a lot of you with that Ten of Pentacles there, you're looking at the nature of money flowing in and out of your account, but also friends and acquaintances coming in and out of your life, the temporary nature of things. And I feel a lot of you in the last couple of years, you may have had to adapt to a lot of things, and it may have caused fear or anxiety or even like a little bit of trust issues regarding like what's next in the world or what's next in your immediate circumstances. But you are in a different mindset in 2025. It really feels like, you know what? I know there's going to be change. I'm ready for it. I feel like you want to be more spontaneous. I feel like you want to take a few more risks, okay, calculated ones at that, because we do have that Eight of Wands. So I feel, you are wanting to do more things that are outside your comfort zone. And I feel the end of January is when you really hit the ground running on that. Now, the Eight of Wands can also indicate, because it is in the resistance position at first, but it will turn into the upright. One I'm getting is like some of you have been really frustrated and there may have been delays and you're kind of like expecting delays again in terms of your prosperity or opportunities. But I feel you unlock an emotional or an energy block in January, and I feel things just pick up pace for you. And the nature of time is going to be very present for you. And what I mean by that is, you're going to be, how can I put that? It's almost like you are kind of like ticking lots of things off your list. I feel like you're very productive. You're getting a lot done. You're going to be really proud of yourself, but it's almost like you're fitting a lot of things into a shorter period of time. So some of you could be changing your schedule, or you're being more organized and structured so that you have more time for you. Also, it could be that you've noticed that you've had a lot on your to-do list recently and you feel there's never enough time in the day. But 2025, the nature of time for you is going to be different. And I feel like you're going to love the pace that you're going to be operating your life at, okay? Now, of course, this is in the resistance position, so what I'm getting from this as well, some of you have been under a lot of pressure. I'm getting like grinding of teeth right now. This is so random that it's coming through. So some of you may be addressing that in 2025. It could be that you're literally taking a trip to the dentist and, getting maybe some sort of mouth guard. I'm not really sure, but I'm just getting grinding teeth right now. So it could be that you're holding a lot of stress in your jaw. Maybe that it's absolutely fine and you don't need to go to the dentist and get a mouth guard, but it could be that you've noticed that a lot of your stress is carried in your jaw. I'm just getting this energy of someone like really like massaging their face and their jaw and all the way down the neck. There's this energy of like tension being there in the neck and the jaw is what I'm being given. And I feel is a total release there for you. And even, whenever life throws things at us, as it normally will, I feel like you are equipped to deal with this. And, I feel like you're looking at stress or pressure so that it does not raise your cortisol levels. Some of you may actually identify a food substance as well that helps you limit stress. I'm being given the word adaptogen. Now, of course, I know what that means, but I'm not really sure how it applies to your reading. So it could be that you find a food substance that is a natural adaptogen in terms of how it affects the body. I mean, especially if you're going through menopause or something like that, it could be something that really helps you with symptoms there, but it could be if you've been unwell, because some of you with that Four of Swords, you're in convalescence modes. So it could be that, you are taking some time at home, or, some of you may actually take a duvet day. And what I mean by that is, some people are not sure what I mean by a duvet day. They did question it before when I said it. What I mean is like you just take a day off for you and you are just poodling about the house, doing your own thing and just like having some quiet time, getting into organization mode or just feeling a little bit cozy. So it could be that you decide to take a day off. It's a welcome break, even if you've been in the fray of like the season rushing around. I feel like you actually take some time out for you. And if you're taking a day off, especially if you're in a career, I do see that there is a person who may kind of say, actually, you can't take that day off because we need you on that day. But then they change their mind. Okay, so I would say, don't be disappointed at first. I would just say, you know what, it's something I really need to do. You don't have to tell them what you're doing with your day off. That's your prerogative, right? But I feel there is an energy of you being a little bit more persistent, saying, you know what, I just really need that day off. And I feel it'll be given to you. So yeah, that's what's coming through there as well. Now, I would also say there is some really great news coming your way because this card indicates that things are gathering pace for you. You'll be celebrating some swift changes, and a lot of them you are activating yourself. So I feel that you are, of course, going to be very organized, structured, very serious about your goals, and in planning stages, I feel a lot of you are going to see progress even in January of something that you are being productive at. But it could also be that you are, being a little bit more physical. This is all about energy. Your energy returns. Vitality is back on point. And I feel this is about you sticking to your intentions, breaking old cycles or breaking old habits. And this good news isn't just that you see progress on personal endeavors. So for example, if you are trying a new diet or exercise routine or sleeping routine, because a lot of you are addressing your sleeping habits there, okay? Some of you may actually invest in like some sort of, I don't know what you call that, memory foam pillow. I'm being given that, something around the neck area because of this stress. Some of you may be getting like a proper pillow. I don't want to say proper because, one pillow works for one person, another works for the other, right? But I feel it could be like a memory foam thing or something that's just a bit more supportive of your neck is what I'm being given there. Some of you, I feel there's a strong investment in yourself and your health this month, especially the Ten of Pentacles. It really tells me that you're invested in yourself and your time, and basically honoring time for you so that you don't feel overwhelmed, because a lot of you had a lot on your plate there. But I do feel that something comes in to take the stress off you in the middle of the month. It could be that you land an offer or an opportunity that you've been hoping for. For some of you, it can be that you see major progress, like a growth spurt in terms of your personal development. It could be that you've been really trying hard to, develop a spiritual gift, for example, and suddenly you have a breakthrough on that. Or some of you are going to be accepted into a company or a group of people that perhaps you found it really hard to connect to or get involved with. For some of you, it could be that you get accepted to a college or some sort of establishment that you've had your eye on for some time. But ultimately, this card indicates that you're more focused on your goals and you're going to reach your target. There's a little wolf there, which means that you are very focused on your sense of purpose, your path ahead, and nothing is going to dissuade you from your path. But also, you're unstoppable when it comes to your dreams and your goals. You're making them a reality. There's a lot of prosperity here, and already you've invested in your life, and you'll see it really flourish there. But we also have that Eight of Cups. Okay, now it is in the resistance position at first, which tells me that some of you are going to hear from someone from your past. Okay, this is someone who wants to make amends. This is someone who's fully learnt from the decisions that they made. I feel this person wants to take accountability. But also I feel that a lot of you are not returning to this person or not allowing this person back into your life. I feel like that chapter really is done. I just heard from my guides that ship has sailed. So, it could be an ex, doesn't have to be, but actually there's a ship on this card. So maybe that's what my guide said. I feel for some of you, there is an energy of maybe you were disappointed in some area of your life as well, and you feel some ship has sailed for you, but it actually hasn't, okay? Whether that's an opportunity for some of you with that Empress energy, it could be that you're starting to mature and you're hoping for a high-level commitment. Perhaps you want to get married or have a child, for example, and you may feel that it's something that has passed you by, but I don't see that happening there. I feel a lot of you, you're going to be striking up a conversation with a romantic partner, and there is a divine counterpart energy about it. So I feel Cupid's arrow could strike you just before Valentine's Day. I know we're in January for this reading, but I feel as you start to move into February, I feel there could be romance in the air if you are single. And if you're already in a relationship with your partner, I feel there is an energy here of like doing things that you love to do together, but also maintaining a sense of independence to go off and do something that you really love doing. And I feel this really reignites the spark in the relationship. And you may even find that your person, whether that happens or not, I feel like they will declare their feelings of love for you. And I feel they may want to renew their vows if you're married, or even take some sort of romantic trip. So it could be that you're discussing a romantic trip for February is what I see there. And for some of you, your partner may actually surprise you with that. That's what's coming out, because the Wheel of Fortune indicates surprise. Surprise good news, surprise movement forward. And the Eight of Cups indicates some of you may actually surprise yourself in the middle of January by suddenly deciding to do something a little bit left field, especially since we've got that Eight of Wands. It's like you have a new target or perhaps a new direction. Some of you, not all of you, I feel there's a little bit of a course correction going on there. So you may take a different route to something that you have your eye on. The goal is still the same, but the approach may be different there. But that Eight of Cups, it will go into the upright, which means you are seeking something that is more authentic in your life. This is in relationships. This is, in your own circumstances as well. And, there's never really any true change unless we get fed up of other people's BS and our own. Okay, so I feel a lot of you are really holding yourself to accountability this year, as well as other people, and saying enough. Does this serve my higher path? can this benefit me long term? Does this feel good? And I feel a lot of you are walking a path that you feel compelled to rather than the one that is expected of you. That's what's coming through there. I mean, for some of you, like if you're in a career, it could be that you get some news regarding an opportunity and you decide to leave your job and move into a better opportunity that pays more wealth. For some of you, it could also be that you're headhunted. I feel a lot of you could be headhunted this month as well in terms of a career. For some of you, it could be that you are deciding to be more nomadic in your life. You may be wanting to travel more in 2025 and you're planning this for January and beyond, but I feel it could be that you're like planning or plotting a big move in some way, and it's going to be so rewarding and fulfilling there because that 8 of Wands is to travel or to take things to the next level. There's a lot of success here, but also the 8 of Cups means you're walking away from something that doesn't feel fulfilling. You're saying enough is enough. You've got your eye on a new prize, and whatever that is, you shall reach your target. Now, of course, we have the creativity card, which means that you are going to be creating a life that you aspire to. This is about your visions becoming a reality, but also it's nurturing yourself in a really healthy way. So self-care is going to be a priority to you this year in general, but also I feel like you implement some stricter kind of rituals this month, January, and you're going to adhere to those. It's going to be a foundation for the rest of the year, and you're just going to feel really good about it. It could be that you're structuring your day in a different way, or you're getting up earlier, for example, and it just feels like a fresh new start, and you just have a little bit more of a clear mind. You have more enthusiasm, but also you're more inspired too. Now, of course, some of you may actually be pregnant, and if you're pregnant, I see that well, I'm looking at the energy. It's like your child could come a little bit quicker than you were expecting. It's almost like, you know, I'm just getting a conversation. I have to give you what I can see and hear. I'm just being given a conversation like, oh, this baby is going to be late, okay? This baby is not going to come on time. It could be like a joke conversation, or it could be something that maybe even a healthcare professional told you, but actually your baby is going to surprise you, and I feel will come a little bit earlier than you thought. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's no complications here. I see that, you know, you're going to be so full of love and unconditional love at that. So congratulations is what I see there. It's almost like I'm being given this energy that, yeah, it's almost like, how can I put it? Perhaps you feel that, because I'm just getting a conversation where it's like, oh, it's going to be a Capricorn. No, it could be an Aquarian. I feel more than anything, it's going to be Capricorn. I feel it's going to come earlier than expected is what I'm being given. So yeah, I'm just being given eager baby. So yeah, congratulations. I'm going to leave that there. That may not resonate with everyone, but there's nothing to worry about here. I just feel like baby wants to come now. So that's what I'm being given there. Now also, I feel this card is a card of really kind of attracting more prosperity. You're already committed to making something work for you, and you're going to see it really flourish and thrive. But also this is a card of, you know, if you're a parent already right now, I feel, you know, there may have been a lot of pressure, and I feel like you're recouping your energy and getting back to your serious financial goals, but also getting back in the flow of things. And I feel the way you talk with your children, I feel, is changing in a really positive way. There's a lot of respect here. It may not feel like it, but you're going to have like a really interesting conversation with your child who lets you know how much they appreciate your guidance. Okay, so I feel that's coming out. I feel like you're doing a great job. Sometimes we never know. It may have felt like a lot of chaos recently, and you're like, oh, it was really frustrating, but actually you're doing a great job, and I feel it's going to be very rewarding in the future as well, okay? Now, of course, it's rewarding now, but I am being given that, you know, when you have this conversation with your child, you're like, you didn't know that they felt that way, and they're going to be really deep in the conversation that they have with you. Very sensitive child there, and there's going to be just such an honest, open, blunt conversation where you're like, oh my gosh, you're making an impact, and it's just wonderful. So I'm going to move away from that energy. This is a very creative month for you. I feel also this is about you kind of opening your heart to everything that's available to you this year. And it's almost like your year of yes, where you say yes to everything. And I feel like you're going to see like more things to love in your current circumstances. I want to pull a card on the Empress energy, which is unusual for me to want to do that, but I want to do that because I'm getting a strong indication that some of you are going to be spending a lot of time in nature. And thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide 10 of Swords? So it could be a big move, but I'm also being given this energy of King of Cups. Okay, you got the King of Cups twice here. Okay, so there is someone either who's a Scorpio or has Scorpio placements, or someone who is very sensitive, someone who is emotional, someone who has a lot of charisma, for example, also who is very protective over you. There could be a very eye-opening conversation. We got the Ten of Swords here, so it could be that there's been conflict. Swords are all about communication, and although this card is quite dramatic, it can also indicate that you either saw this person in a new light, they really shocked you, and you may feel that this relationship is over or done, but I feel this person is going to breeze on in and try and have a conversation with you. Okay, that's coming through there. A lot of you, it's your single life over. I feel you're going to be meeting a high-level commitment. Swords, especially when you get to the 10, it means difficult times are over, okay? You've been through the worst of it. So if you felt isolated or alone, I feel this is a romantic connection coming in. This is a card of, you know, focusing on beauty routines or changing your style, being more flamboyant, allowing yourself to be seen. So I definitely see you have a glow up. Male or female, this is not a gender-specific reading. It's about how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin. And I feel a lot of you may be implementing routines that make you feel good, and it's just going to show. Okay, that's what's coming through there as well. Now, I'm going to pull a card on that Ten of Swords on its own, okay, because the Ten of Swords popping out there, it can indicate that it's been a very difficult or stressful time for you, but I feel with that King of Cups, there are opportunities coming on in that you're going to love, because of course, King of Cups, even though you're an earth element, this can indicate an aspect of self where you are, you know, trying to transform your life, and there's something coming in that's going to be offered to you that you're going to really love. And I feel it transforms your position. It makes you feel like peace. It makes you feel like you're secure. High Priestess. So we've got High Priestess there, which is a Virgo card, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles there. So Seven of Pentacles is the card of the alternative. So it's either a new strategy or being at a fork in the road, or even making a decision and reflecting on your progress and using your intuition to make a decision. So I really feel some sort of good news or opportunity. It changes everything, and it's like a brand new start for you. The only way is up is what I'm being given. I mean, Ten of Swords can also indicate new start, recovery from a situation, moving on from something. And I feel there is someone who has strong, like Scorpio placements or water in their chart, who asks for forgiveness from you about something. So that's coming in there as well. Now, the Seven of Pentacles can also indicate that you're being careful with your finances. You've accomplished quite a lot, but you don't give yourself credit where credit is due. You know, the High Priestess popping out, it can indicate that you're very cerebral in the month of January. You're basically reshaping your landscape in some way. And, you know, it calls for a radical revamp of your life. So you're in control of the changes is what I see, but there is some sort of communication that comes in again that you're going to love there. A lot of you, it's going to be career related, but also this is about emotional security. So it can be that you're not conquering your emotions, because we're not here to conquer our emotions. We're given emotions for a reason. They are like compasses of how we feel. You know, if there's pressure or anger or frustration, it's normally a measure that either someone has crossed a boundary with you, or you're feeling stuck in your circumstances and something needs to change. These emotions are there for a reason. So I feel like you're really like following your heart, but I feel you're listening to the whisper of your heart a little bit more. As you can see on the tip of that sword, which is all about logic, it's all about ideas, it's about strategy. The heart is on the top. So, although you are being very logical and analyzing the next steps on your path, you're following your heart. And I feel this is going to lead you to the greatest rewards and also make you feel really, truly fulfilled. Of course, the equivalent, because it is the Knight of Swords, it's a messenger. Knights are also messengers. So I feel that, you are basically transforming your reactions to like trigger points or even the quick fix. I feel like you're not going for quick fixes in your life right now. I feel slow and steady wins the race for you, but also I feel like you're not being triggered into falling into a pattern that has led you to like reach for the quick fix in your life. I feel like you're honoring your body's needs at this time because, of course, the Empress energy is all about your body, mind, and soul. I'm actually seeing, what is that? I'm seeing like the chakras, okay? So some of you are aligning yourself with chakras. Some of you, I'm being given like alternative practices. I got to be honest with you, that's coming through there. I'm seeing like meditation, of course, but I'm also seeing not just mindfulness, but what do you call it? Hypnotism, okay? So some of you may even be thinking about hypnotism as, some sort of aid for you in terms of like either quitting something, giving something up, or just helping you with the pressures of life or mindfulness. Some of you may also kind of, go through past life regression. There's something in that. Some of you may be thinking about it or looking at it or curious about it. This doesn't come up often in a reading, but it's coming to the forefront of the energy. So I feel it's going to be very beneficial for you. It sets you free and it really helps a few energy blocks be released there as well. These could be money blocks. These could also be literal energy blocks so that you have more vitality there too. Now, of course, this means that you're very productive, this card, and that you are a warrior. You're someone who is really brave and bold, and you've been through a lot, but now you're taking your life to the next level. And I feel this is about you making a decision on something, and you are headed towards success. You're confronting something that perhaps may have caused you tension or may have made you have to make a decision. I feel like you're not being pressurized into it, but I feel like you're facing it head on and you are sort of leaving chaos behind. And I feel this is a card that indicates you reach your goal, your heart point. I feel literally you complete what you started. So I feel very productive time for you. You're very talented as well. And I see a lot of you actually returning to a talent or to a way of life that you used to love before. It feels very much like you are rekindling your spirits in some way, reigniting that lust for life. And we've got that King of Cups, which means whichever way the directions are pointing for you, your compass is pointing to your heart always. So I feel that, of course, you're working really hard. I feel like you're going to be offered something that you truly love there as well. But the King of Cups indicates that, you are gently transforming your life in ways that harmonize with your heart's desire. You're listening to your heart and to your own wisdom as well before settling on an opinion of something or making a decision on something or taking action. But you will be taking action, and I feel the next stage of your life is going to be truly exciting indeed. Now, of course, this is not going to resonate for all of you, but this is coming through as well. For some of you, if you have a parent who's been single for a while, you may actually hear that they found someone and they are seriously considering dating this person, which is a cause for celebration. This person's a really wonderful person who's going to be very careful with your parents' heart. It's true love is what I see there. And of course, if you yourself is single, I do feel that some of you, if you're traveling, I definitely see that you will meet someone new there. But for some of you, I'm getting like the hustle and bustle of a train station. This could be an iconic train station that you find yourself at as well. Because what I'm seeing right now, and it's not going to be the same station for all of you, but I'm seeing Central Station, okay? And it could be that there's like a really famous clock at the station. So it doesn't have to be that specific station, but I'm seeing that, the hustle, bustle. You could actually strike up a conversation with someone at a station, especially if you're going on a train ride or something like that. But it could be symbolic of you going on a journey and that, you are on the path to where you want to be. And of course, you may meet love on the way if you're single. But a lot of you, this could also be that you're making progress. Even in January, you're going to see progress, and you're being a little bit more sensitive to time, not wasting your time. You're being really productive, really organized, creating a strategy, creating a plan, and sticking to that. Okay, so thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, the Four of Swords can also indicate some of you have been feeling a little bit isolated or alone, and you're searching for your soul tribe. That did come up briefly, whether you're retired or not. I feel like a lot of you could be joining a group of people that really resonate with you, and there's strong friendship vibes there for the year ahead, and beyond. Okay, so this is all the cards that my guides want you to have, which is quite a lot, but I must listen to what my guides want you to have there. So let me just organize them. Yeah, travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. You're doing a lot of traveling in 2025, that's for sure. You miss the beauty when you're stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy. Sometimes just let it all go. A new career path will be highly successful. Trust in the magic of newness. You're creating a you that you'll be proud of, and life lessons will repeat until they're learned. So we've got, you won't always feel alone. You're attracting your soul tribe. Okay, so there is definitely a group of people that you will connect to, maybe even in January, or it could be something that you book in January for later on. But I see two people in particular becoming really close to you from that group. We've also got, if you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. Okay, now I don't see any rule breaking in this reading, but it could be that you're being a maverick. There's something here that you've been doing for a while, and it's not quite a course correction, but I feel like you're doing something bold and new and different that people perhaps don't expect from you. And I feel you are, following the courage of your convictions to transform your life. We've also got balance, all dimensions of your life. Of course, that's important. Balance is important. I mean, you've got the 11th house and the 6th house, which is hopes, dreams, and wishes, being in your mind, manifesting. And then the 6th house, which is all about the practicalities of having the blueprint in order to make your life run smoothly so you can achieve whatever it is you wish for. And of course, work hard for. And we've got embrace what you've learned and cherish your experiences because they are divinely fated. Everything happens for a reason. Now you have that Wheel of Fortune, so I do feel there's going to be some divine timing going on there. Better fortune, better opportunities, sudden opportunities. I would say expect the unexpected, especially at the end of January for you. Sudden travel, suddenly walking away from something that perhaps doesn't resonate with you. I mean, you've got the 8 of Wands and you've got the 8 of Cups in the resistance position. A lot of you have been neglecting your own needs, and 8 is the number of the self. So now it's about you prioritizing your own needs and, plot twisting in your own life in order to transform so that you get the best out of it. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more spontaneous this year in general. Be willing to let go of everything you once thought to be true. Okay, so this is about you responding differently to challenging situations in particular. And I definitely see that that's something that came up in the reading there. Travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. You miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes. Let it all go. So I feel this is about you, as I said, throwing out the handbook, as it were. I mean, you still have duties and responsibilities. I feel like you're addressing those, but I feel like you're reigniting the sparkle in life, and there's a lot of exciting things heading your way. Something you wish for. The news of it really does come to you in January, and it sets you up for the year ahead. Learn new things. It will help you in the future. So definitely putting yourself on courses of learning. I definitely see that. Some of you, it could be hobbies. It's not just upskilling, but I feel you're nourishing yourself all round. It feels like an all-rounder year for you. We've also got a new career path will be highly successful. Trust in the magic of newness. And I did feel that newness there, something new being offered to you that you're going to love and grab with both hands. It feels like a really great opportunity that you'll grow into as well. You're creating a you that you'll be proud of. I did feel that, like, as the new year starts, it's like a new chapter, a new version of you. And I feel a lot of you are sticking to your intentions, cutting something out, or revamping your world in some way, breaking old habits in order to create space for wonderful new things to come. And life lessons will repeat until they are learnt. Now, of course, we all recognize when we are seeing the same lesson play out again and again. And sometimes the past will come knocking to see if you learned the lesson. So if this person who returns and wants to make things right, I feel there is an energy of forgiving the situation in order to let it go for you so that you do not carry it with you in 2025. You lighten your load. But at the same time, I see that you've learned your lesson there. The boundaries are higher. They're not getting access. You're moving on. I really get a sense from your reading. It's forward only, not backward. Never backward, forward only. And I feel this is going to take you to the top of where you want to be, okay? It only provides a distraction. That's what I just heard from my guides, and you're not about having any distractions in the month of January. Thank you so much for that, guys. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? Okay, so we have a butterfly, so that indicates all change, okay? Transformation there. I'm also being given this energy that crescent moons are going to be really important for you. Either this is going to be a logo that you're going to see throughout your year ahead, or whether it's something that you're creating. Maybe it means symbolically moon cycles, but crescent moons in particular. So it could be a sign you're going to see a lot of before you get something that's going to be truly wonderful indeed. Look out for crescent moons. I would definitely say that. Maybe you're going to meet a person, if you like tattoos, for example, they could have a crescent moon somewhere on their body. So please take it as it resonates. Some of you may have just literally got a tattoo of a crescent moon. I'm not really sure, but that's something that's coming out there. But we have that butterfly, which means all change. And I feel like you are blossoming and there's freedom in that as well. Now, of course, I did mention the crescent moons, and I did see this trinket before I mentioned it. I have to honor that. But before I started your reading, and of course I can't prove it because I didn't say it, but I did see a crescent moon in your energy field, and I couldn't really understand what it was about. So I don't mention anything that's in the meditations because I don't like to influence the reading unless it comes up again, and it did not come up again. So it only came up just now, and it kind of triggered the memory of it. So I'm just letting you know. But it could be money related because there's a pentacle right in the center of those two crescent moons. So it could be that you win this money or win a competition or a place that secures you a deal, or, you know, if you're trying to purchase a house, or you secure something in and around a crescent moon period, okay? Now, it's no accident that you got another bow and arrow. So this is a month of taking aim at your target and reaching your goal, because that Knight of Swords indicates that you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. So this is about things taking shape for you. This is about you strategizing your plan and being eager to move forward on it. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity opened up to you so that you can reach your goal. I mean, whenever you see arrows, it means that, you know, you have the courage to go after what you want, and you will get justice. You shall get good karma, but also you shall be right on target for something that you want to accomplish. And finally, we also have the home rune. Okay, now this is all about property. So a lot of you may be moving this year, but it could be that it's something that's a priority for you, and you start looking in January for new property. It could be that you have your eye on something already and it becomes more affordable, or get a better deal on it. For some of you, you may be selling, but I feel there are changes in your home space. A lot of you are decluttering, okay? It could be that you're reorganizing, putting a lick of paint somewhere as well to just freshen up the place. But I feel a lot of you are more focused on your home space, it being a sanctuary, so that you can create the life that you aspire to. And it's a feeling of security. It's almost like you asking yourself, where do you belong? Because I'm getting a sense here like there's no place like home. But where is home for you? And I feel you are taking that in your heart throughout 2025. Does this person feel like home? Does this house feel like home? Does this country feel like home? Does this environment feel like home? I feel a lot of you are not going where you feel unappreciated. I feel you are actually choosing places where you feel you have an affinity with it or you have a connection to a person. You're not wasting any time. Healthier boundaries and being completely focused on your goals, and you're going to achieve them. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much, and love and light.